Mama can't teach you how to be a man. Now you say, well, George, what about so-and-so? Yes, there are exceptions. Talking about the rule though. I'm talking about the majority. And you know, a boy learns how to be a man from his father. And a lot of times this is a conversation, you know, I have with moms all the time. Sometimes it's better to have an example.
Right.
It's better to have a bad example than to have no example at all.
Right.
I have worked with countless over 22, 23-year-old males who say things like, man, I'm completely lost. I don't know who I am. I don't know what to do. I don't know what's important. I just don't know how to be a man. And it's very sad.
Yeah, it's sad. Yeah. Yeah, very.
And there's some things mama just can't teach you. Mama can't teach you how to be a man. Now you say, well, George, what about so-and-so? Yes, there are exceptions. Talking about the rule though. I'm talking about the majority. I'm talking about the bell curve.
That's it. And so, yeah. And so mama, hey, you can say that Father's Day is the second Mother's Day because you mama and daddy, but you ain't daddy. And you never will be. And your boy is gonna grow up confused. You know, so, and you know, it's interesting. I was coaching a guy. He was making roughly about $60,000 a year. And he lived in North Carolina. He got a job offer making $95,000 a year, but he would have had to move to Atlanta. And so he said, you know, I would love to move. I would love to move and take this job. I mean, it was a golden opportunity working, you know, a top, you know, Fortune 500 company, benefits, sign-on bonus, the whole 9 yards, because he was very educated. And he couldn't take the job because he was living in North Carolina and he was down the street from his mother.
Man.
And so he turned that job down to leave his mama. He couldn't leave his wife. And so now, you know.
Well, his mama could move with him.
Mama could move with him. Hey, that's right. I said, you know, that's what my recommendation. I said, hey, take your wife with you. Take your wife with you, man. You better tell your mama, hey, mama, come on, baby. Let's go down to Atlanta.
Mama said, I always wanted to live in Atlanta.
I said, that's when you say, mammy. Yeah, we go to Atlanta. But, you know, hey, fast forward, he ain't making too much more than he made a few years ago. He's griping, he's complaining, he's angry, and he's wondering why the world is against him. No, the world ain't against you. You married to your mama.
Yeah.
And mama's is literally ball and chain. So yeah. It's very
and mama want you to be safe. Right. Mama want you to be okay. I remember one day I was riding my motorcycle when I used to ride. And I had this beautiful Indian chieftain. And it was raining, and I went into like a fast food restaurant. And I put an order in, and this guy behind the counter, he looked at me and he said, "You're riding your motorcycle in the rain? Isn't that dangerous?" And I thought, Momma's boy.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's mama. Mama told him that.
Right.
Daddy gonna tell you, hey, take risks, go for it, right. Do it.
Right.
But mama gonna say, well, baby, well, what's gonna happen if you need me and I can't be there to support you? You are you ready to go that far away? You sure you wanna marry that girl? She's just not right for you. She's got, you know, she's too bossy. Yeah. She is too much for you. Mm-mm. I don't like her.
Mm-mm. Yeah. Better leave that bossy woman alone.
And you need mama approval.
Need mama's approval.
Yeah, because if mama don't approve it, it ain't gonna be blessed.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna be blessed.
Because honor thy father, but mostly honor thy mother, and your days will be long. You know,
now don't go changing up the scripture. You know what it says.
Honor thy mother and thy mother. Not thy father, not thy brother. Honor thy mother and thy mother.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So we got to move on. So let's talk a little bit more about exactly what is a mama's boy. So a mama's boy is taught that if they're good, they will get their needs met.
Right.
And he never grows up to become a man and cut the umbilical cord from his mother. What in the world does that mean? What in the world is an umbilicus cord? Are you telling me that that a mama's boy is still, even though he's adult, he's got an imaginary umbilicus cord connected with his mom?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, here's the other challenge. Because he's unable to disconnect from that umbilicus cord, it just creates a connection with mama, and the connection is so strong that it's difficult for another woman to make any headway.
Right. Yeah.
And I get it now. I get it.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, and so some people, out there might be saying, well, what's wrong with being a mama's boy? What's wrong with, loving your mom and being close to your mama? Well, for one thing, what being a mama's boy does is it teaches a man that they have to be dishonest, because what happens is you want your mama's approval. And so if you do anything that, if you do anything that'll upset mama, hey, she might abandon you. And so abandonment is the greatest fear for a child. A child does not want to be abandoned. And so a mama's boy is taught to be dishonest. And they are taught that you hide your mistakes. So you never learn from your mistakes because you're too busy hiding your mistakes.
And Dwayne, there's some of the nicest guys you'll meet. A lot of them are deacons in the church, and there's some of you can call them and they will be there. They're some of the nicest guys that you'll ever meet. Right. And usually they say stuff like, well, I ain't like the other guys.
Right.
I'm a good guy.
Yeah. And that is one of the, whenever a guy says, hey, I ain't like you other guys, that's a mama's boy. Because a man is a man is a man is a man. And so what a mama's boy is taught is, hey, mama teaches her boy that, hey, you don't want to be like your old daddy, your no good, lazy daddy.
That old coon.
Lord, thank God my boy ain't like that lazy, terrible, no good piece of trash that I put out on his keister. And his brother too.
And I know now you might be thinking, well, why are they having so much fun? Because this is such a serious topic.
It's such a serious topic.
It's plaguing our community.
Yeah. After we finish this video, I'm gonna take me a few drinks. That's how sad it is.
Bring on the rum. So what now? So, and you said something. So what mama does is mama teaches that boy how not to be like his father. Don't you be like that old no good. And usually what I found out about guys, hey, a lot of times with guys, they got some good parts and they've got some bad parts.
Yeah.
Okay? They got some good qualities and some qualities that are not so good.
Yeah.
But most of us have good in us somewhere. There's something good about your dad. Maybe he never completed nothing, but he was a good starter. Well, that's something right there. I know people that make that are very successful starting stuff and then they leave it for somebody else to finish it.
Right. Yeah.
So mama tries to raise him to be perfect and to be the perfect guy for a girl, for his wife, or for her. The problem is, he doesn't get rooted in what it is to be a man. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. And
and he thinks he's better. He think he's better. I don't hang out. And by the way, Mommas Boys, they don't hang out with other men.